On this episode of Deer Management 365, we're going to be planting soybeans, eagleseed and Schillinger, while spraying glyphosate, so stay tuned.
This episode is brought to you by Tall Town Ridge, Covert Ops Outdoors, Jack Wagon Concealment, and GYT 90, grow your own trophy.
Alright, episode 4 Deer Management 365. Today we're going to be planting some soybeans. We're going to be spraying some glyphosate and going ahead as we move forward with Deer Management 365 to finish up our planting and seeding. What we're doing today, we're spraying glyphosate on this half of 5. We're going to lay down soybeans after it later on. And a few more plots we're going to where we planted the corn 3 weeks ago. We're going to go back, hit it one more time. I think it was last week, Daryl come in. He sprayed glyphosate on top of it, so we're going to come back, hit it a second time. And then the other plots that we're going to plant with soybeans, we're going to spray them with glyphosate too. What we got is a boomless sprayer on a 4-wheeler. Works very good. We're running 3 pints and 25 gallons of water is what we're running. But spray's it's supposed to be 40 foot. I'm going to say you're pretty safe at 30 foot spray-wise span. And we're going to get this sprayed, we're going to get some soybeans planted, and we're going to move on. Food plot number 3, same thing. He's already made one pass on this with glyphosate. You can actually see it starting to brown out and die out. We're going to hit it one more time with glyphosate, make sure it gets killed out. We got this corn planted in here from a couple weeks ago. You can see it starting to come up. And we're going to come in, we're going to drill soybeans right through here. We're going to be planting the eagleseed and the Schillinger beans. But he's coming through with that sprayer. Like I said, it does a great job laying it down, and he's going to get going on that, finish this up. Pretty soon we're going to be planting soybeans, so stay tuned. We're going to show you what we're going to do with them Schillinger and eagleseed beans. So 3 weeks ago we come in and we drilled this Roundup Ready corn in. It's coming up really good. It's probably one of the best plots that we planted with corn so far. It's tall, the majority have come up. We planted a seed rate about 30 seed per 7 foot, so that way it was a little bit thicker in case we lost some. We were looking for about 80% coming back, and I'm gonna say probably about 90% of it come back, if not more, and germinated. But we got these weeds and stuff in here. We're gonna come in here and give it one more pass of glyphosate. This half over here, he's adding one more pass of glyphosate to it. We're gonna plant soybeans on it here shortly. But it looks good. It's greened up good. Supposed to get some more rain this week, so that's going to help it out. And over here we're going to plant those Eagle and Schillinger seed beans. Corn looks good. We're happy with it. And you know, we spent a lot of time at the first of the year getting the plots ready, cleaning them up, getting them ready to plant, and now we're kind of reaping our harvest a little bit. We're starting to see it coming through and starting to get rewarded a little bit. You know, it's fun to watch, it's fun to plant it, but it's really fun for it to come through the ground and watch it grow. Same thing with the clover. You know, we spent a lot of time with the clover, making sure, chopping, mowing. We didn't spray any last year, and I'm going to show you EJ's plot here in a minute, but we didn't spray any clover last year. What we did, we just mowed it and chopped some weeds out of it, and it made a tremendous difference with that clover. It really come on this year strong. Like I said in the first video, we went back and we overseeded it with a little bit of a Ladino clover, but this year it come on strong, and we had good rain, and that helped out. Same thing with the corn. A lot of rain. We need a lot of rain for this corn up here. A lot of people said that you can't grow corn or soybeans in these rocks up here in the Ozarks, but we're proving them wrong. And that's really what's going on with the soybeans. The corn looks good, and we're hoping the beans come up and look good too. This variety of eagleseed soybeans has got 3 types of different forage beans in it, and it should do very well up here in this rocky soil. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it later on. All right, we start planting soybeans up here on 5. This will probably be the only one we do today. Tomorrow we're going to come in, we're going to finish it up. But what we did, we took the Schillinger row crop beans and the eagleseed forage beans and mixed them together. one bag in each one. Then we come in and mix them up by hand inside the hoppers. But the Eagle Seed is a high forage soybean. It's gonna have 3 different kinds of beans in it. One grows real tall, one grows on a 10-foot vine, and the other one's more like a moderate, bigger soybean variety. And then the Schillinger beans is a row crop. It's going to produce a lot of pods. Same thing you're going to see in your fields. It's going to produce bushels of soybeans. So what we did, we took those two, mixed them together. That way, during the early seasons, they're going to have a lot of tonnage to forage on and to feed on. And then in the wintertime, we're going to be able to come in. We're going to have a bunch of pods from the row crop with the Schillinger beans. And that way, we'll have a food plot for the summer months, and we'll also have a food plot for the winter months. The Eagle Seed is going to provide them with a lot of tonnage, and it should come up very good. We'll have to see. This will be our first time planting them, but up here, like you can see, it's dry right now. We had a lot of rain in the past, and we're hoping for some more tomorrow. And I think Friday we're supposed to get a bunch more rain, so that'll be good for these beans. And we're going to plant this one, and we got a couple of ones that we're going to get planted. Moved up to 3, planting soybeans on it. Like earlier, we planted corn, sprayed glyphosate on it for the second time, getting the weeds killed out of it, putting the Schillinger and Eagle Seed beans down. Besides us going with the forage Eagle Seed and the row crop Schillinger beans for production-wise, to produce the most tonnage for both summer and winter, it's also cost-effective. Your row crop beans cost you anywhere from $30 to $60 a bag, depending on what brand you go with. These are glyphosate resistant, but you can get any variety and they'll work for you. On the other hand, Eagle Seed's got some regular kind of row crop beans. They're not going to produce as much tonnage as pods wise as the regular row crop beans, but the Gamekeeper RR will cost you around $100 a bag, $120 with shipping. So therefore, you know, if we went with 4 bags, that's going to cost us $400. This way we got away with a lot less with 2 bags of Schillinger beans and 2 bags of Eagle Seed, and mixing them together. Today, we're back to planting soybeans, the Schillinger and the Eagle Seed. We're here on 2 today. We got 1 more to do, and then we'll be finished up for the year on planting seed. Probably going to plant some green screen. We may do some fall blend stuff later on. But for now, this will be it for the corn, beans, and clover. Like I said yesterday, the corn looks really good on this plot. We're hoping the beans look just as good. We're going to finish this up, and then later on in the next videos, we're going to work on some few different things. So as the year goes on, the videos will start to change just a little bit. But he's coming down through here, and we're going to get this finished up. All right, we moved down to 51, planting the beans. We come in here and disc this up 1 pass. I didn't get to disc it earlier in the year, so we come in here and broke up the ground. It was a little bit hard, but it looks pretty good now. It's going to have a good seed bed for the plant to run through, and he's going back and forth. We're going to try to cut down some of the water erosion on the runoff on this hill right here as the water runs down, so we're going to plant crossways. Beans are coming, planting pretty good. We're hoping they're going to come up. This is going to be one of my favorite spots to hunt this year. You're probably going to see any of my videos. I'm going to be hunting this majority this year. I hunted 5 a lot last year. I'm going to hunt it some too, but you can see the trail right here going up the ridge that we cut. It looks good. I walked up it earlier. I'm actually going to spray a little bit of Roundup up in there, kill some stuff, make it just a little bit more cleaner. Right now we're standing where I'm going to build a box blind at. So it's shaded right now at 12 o'clock. Shade in the morning, shade in the afternoon. It's gonna make it really nice to hunt. And then also I'm gonna see the top of this ridge, the side of this ridge. I'm gonna see anything coming down the ridge. I'll show you this in a minute, how these deer come through. This bottom, it's not as big as it looks. It's about a ½ acre. It may be even less, but it's gonna make a nice shot plot. I'll be able to hit anything inside that ring with my bow, so it's gonna make it pretty nice. Over to my left, you can see how thick and dense this woods are. But them deer, a lot of them deer come through right through in here in the morning. I'm gonna cut me a trail up this way to get in the back of my blind. or I'm gonna come down the side of the ridge, but this is gonna be the easiest coming through here. Off that way is the pasture. Over in that distance, they cross the pasture, cross the main road, and come on up through here, travel up that ridge. But it looks good. The trail looks good up in here. It's planting really nice. All these plots that you see was virgin ground. It's never had nothing touched to it. Look just like the surroundings that it is. Rocky, trees, weeds, even this bottom. We come in, cleaned all this out ourselves, using the tractor and a few pieces of equipment. You know, if you got something like this, don't be discouraged from it. Go after it. Try to use it, utilize it. Later on, next year, we're gonna add a few more in, and we're probably gonna do them ourselves. And that'll give a little bit more protein and a little bit more feedability to the farm, and that way we have plenty of food. Right now we have about 6.5 acres worth of food, which is good. It's sustainable for this area. Right now we're overpopulated with does, overrun with does. This year we're gonna kill some out, but and that's the thing when you put in food plots, you wanna know how many deer you got. You wanna do a trail cam survey. Make sure that you know how many deer you got, or an average number, because there's no sense of putting a little bitty food plot in. The deer's gonna eat it out in a week and it's gonna be gone. It's not gonna be able to reduce itself and produce more. And that's one thing you wanna look at. We wanna make sure that our deer ratio is equal to our food plots, and making sure that we have a variety of food, and then also make sure that we have an abundant amount of food. That way that, you know, it helps them through the winter months, it helps them through the summer months. And not only for hunting, but just for the wildlife in general. And that's our main purpose. Like I said before, we want to hunt, we want to kill deer, but we're here to better our deer herd and the wildlife. And I think it's a success. Like I said, this is a 3-year plan, and we're on our 3rd year, so we've come a long way. And like I said, I'm gonna do a video on some before pictures and after pictures and during. We're gonna get this finished planted, and we're gonna do a few more things today, but planting's gonna be done for the year.